Is that better? Yes. Huzzah! Frickin' silence wizard. Alright, so, anyway, welcome, guys. My name's Michael. I'm the Joseph Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. This is what I do. I always leave my mic on mute. That's what I do. So, we are here playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the Ruby Phoenix, which is an Asian-inspired adventure set in the Pathfinder the Pathfinder setting of Tianxia, which is, of course, the other side of the world to the inner sea that most people do play in. Joining me today are, of course, these guys, my wonderful Patreons, who help support the channel, keep the lights on, and allow me to do wonderful and amazing things. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. How are we all doing?
Hello.
Very good. Awesome.
Yes, as Kalinga would like to remind people that I am a professional GM. Do not worry. Just keep your arms and legs inside the stream at all times. So anyway, today we are going to be continuing our adventures through the lands of Nagajor as our heroes are trying to secure passage to the nation of Minkai, home of our newest compatriot, Kambe, played by the wonderful and incredible Ryan from R4I. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really excited about tonight. Yeah.
Excellent. I too am keen and excited. Kambe is, of course, a wonderful character who is on a. I don't know. Have you discussed your quest with the rest of the group? I don't think you've really delved in.
We talked about it last. Session. Yeah. He is searching for a statue of a jade statue of a Kirin that is famous in 100 different children's stories and fairy tales, and he discovered that it's real, and he promised it for his daughter's next birthday.
Absolutely. And, of course, accompanying Kambe, of course, is our group of heroes. Takeshi, our gripply martial artist and druid of the wind, played by the wonderful Rock Protector.
Hello, guys.
Oh, sorry. Did you want to tell us a bit about your character?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I usually just slip right into things.
Oh, good. Takeshi is a gripply ranger, and he follows nature or the winds to make his path in life. Like, if the wind wants him to go leave this group, he might do it someday. But right now, he's with these guys. That's what the nature is telling him.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Next up, of course, we have Tamaki, our elven ambassador and investigator, played by Neil from Immersion Diversion. G'day, Neil. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. Yes, I play Tamaki, the wood elf investigator, currently investigating his own family and the whereabouts, and the what, which and whys of why they happen to be all across Tianjia and their involvement with the Oni Daimyo. Wow.
Lots of stuff to be done. Lots of involvement with this Oni Daimyo.
Sorry.
What?
Yeah, no, nothing. I don't know.
Do you have the giggles?
I have the giggles, yes.
Okay. All right, and last but certainly not least is Kaito, our kitsune sorcerer, played by the wonderful Sean, a.k.a. Random. Good to see you, my friend. How are we doing?
I'm doing good. And yeah, Kaito is a young teen water sorcerer who keeps on getting into trouble, also with the Oni Daimyo, which kind of got everyone into this mess in the first place.
It's true. The whole series of events led to the Oni Daimyo coming after your skins, and hopefully he will not get them. Our heroes are on a quest across the lands in order to try and visit the masters of the elemental scrolls. Thus far, they have managed to meet with the elemental master of the waves, who apparently is the younger sister of the true master, who did not have time to pass on the rites and rituals involved with unlocking the scrolls. But she has faith in herself and believes that she will be able to unlock it in due time, and has taken the water scroll for the time being. You are now on your way to the Spirit Forest up north in order to speak with the Master of the Wind. This is a long and arduous journey, and hopefully will bear fruit, thanks to, of course, your escort and new compatriot, Kambe, who is quite familiar with the region. Now, before we get started, guys, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors. We have a number of people who help us keep these shows running. We have, of course, Hero Forge, who create the wonderful artworks you can see on screen here. Sirenscape for the beautiful sounds you will hear throughout the course of the game today. Yeah. And, of course, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. In addition, we'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to come and spend your mornings or evenings with us and hang out and have a good time. And in order to thank you guys, we have a number of ways that you can interact with the chat and interact with the group. Now, if you look into your channel points, you will see that there are a number of different options for you to be able to interact with the game. There's things like insight bonuses, divine intervention, summoning NPCs and wandering monsters. All of these things are available, and you earn points simply by watching the show. In addition, guys, you can donate to the channel and provide us not only some extra bonuses, but also help me save up towards a brand new computer. The donations are going to be done by the end of the week, so come hell or high water, I will be getting my new computer, thanks to all of the donations, but every little bit counts and helps. So thank you, and in advance. For $5, we can award a hero point to my players or a jinx point to myself. These can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for random stuff, or gain advantage on rolls. For $10, we will draw from a deck of random cards. We will draw a plot twist, which will then be implemented into the game. You will get to choose from 3 plot twists as well, so you get to choose. $20, we give a natural 20 token to, of course, one of the players or the GM, which is just a nat 20, because why not? Why not just have a nat 20? For $50, we can make an encounter more difficult by boosting a boss with a buff. Love the alliteration there. And of course, we get to just see the party have a more difficult time with things, or you can give them a magic item. This can be a homebrew magic item, or it can be a magic item from the actual Pathfinder 2nd Edition rules. Either or, that's perfectly fine. Secret menu item. Now, the secret menu item is, of course, there, and it's available. It's something that we always do when we sneak in like a little, this is kind of like the super mode thing. So the secret menu item is that the group who is trying to get across the country to Minkai will actually find access to someone that is able to use a gate spell in order to transport them across the ocean.
Whoa.
That is the secret menu item for today. Is the arrival of an NPC that whoever makes the secret menu item as well will get to design this NPC. And I will make it in Hero Forge, and we will add it as a character, and we'll do the whole thing. It's not just here's a teleport, boom. It's a whole thing, right? There's a whole scene involved. You get to design a character in my game, and they'll become a noteworthy NPC that will help them get further on their quest. It won't like, this isn't a quick, hey, let's skip the whole thing. It's just the thing. All right. So, without any further ado, we find ourselves... All right. I don't know how this is going to sound. I'm just going to hope it's good. Go for it. Yeah. All right. Now, you find yourselves making your way into a sprawling and bustling city. Welcome to the networked city deep within the volcanic mountains, known as, I know what this name is, Zomkulan. The city has a thriving economy. You can see dwarves traveling shipments of ore and minerals up and down these very narrow streets, being pulled by what seem to be these large rhinoceros that move with these heavy thudding steps. You can see that the buildings are kind of high-rised, several layers. The lower layers mostly for like mercantile and trade and economy, whereas the upper floors are almost residential. You can see that there are large community groups, even so bizarre as to see large open areas in between these houses where there are showers, there are laundries, there are places for community gatherings and food and the like. A thin layer of smoke, kind of from steam, seems to like sit in the lower din as you enter this particular city. Now, you guys are entering from the south at the moment, and as you pass what looks to be a large bridge, you can feel the heat from the lava that roils below you. At the gate, there is what looks to be a large dwarvish soldier. This dwarvish soldier is dressed in rather heavy-set Ming Dynasty armor. He wears kind of like this hat that sort of curls down over his eyebrows, and his beard sort of juts out from it, revealing only kind of like this bulbous nose and two glorious chocolate brown eyes that seem to stare at you. He speaks plainly. He says, business or pleasure?
Business.
And what business do you have here?
Passage. We're looking for passage to Ming Tai, or at least someone that can take us there, or partway there.
He looks you up and down, and he says, "Do you have traveling papers?"
Combat, did you have traveling papers when you came here, or came back through this area? Oh, I think you might be muted.
Like, I got my traveling papers right here. Yeah, man. Like, that should be just fine.
He takes the traveling papers off of Kanbei and has a look at them. He says everything's in order here, but your friend, if you don't have your traveling papers, you will need to actually go to City Hall and actually apply for traveling papers if you want to get off the mountain and through the region beyond this point.
Which direction is that?
The City Hall. The City Hall, he directs you, is in the far north, and it is just beyond the palace over the pit. He then moves aside and allows you passage across the rest of the bridge, and you find yourself in the greeters' quarter. You can see that there are a number of like food stalls and little rickshaw people, like saying, "We can take you around the city. Where would you like to go, sir?" Yes, you come on. Cheap prices, full city tour. Visit the home of the celebrities. One of them says.
That's great. Hey, as we walk past, Kanbei steps out of the way so the rest of the party can go. And just that guard that was being really helpful just sort of steps up to him. And he's just like, "Hey, man, that was really nice of you. I don't suppose you know anybody in the city hall that's, like, really good at helping to, like, just sort of expedite this type of paperwork." And he, like, goes to like, give him daps. And there's a granola bar that he passes him. Like, that's what he gives him.
All right, you have a granola bar in your hand.
Yeah.
He kind of says, "Thank you." He just kind of steps off to the side, and you actually see that, he kind of looks a little bit more like he's having a much better day. He's definitely perked him up. All right.
Does he tell me the name of anybody that might be able to help me out?
He points you towards a guy with one of the rickshaws. He says, don't accept a ride from any of the ones like at the front gate. Look for the dwarf with the like kind of two braided beard. He says.
Okay. All right. So yeah, then I'll go back to the rest of the group, and just be like, hey, if we want to take a ride to the city hall, I know who we're supposed to ask, or we can just hoof it, man. Like that's cool too.
We've been walking for ages. I'm down for a ride if someone's willing to give us one.
Same. Also, I need to duck behind a corner in an alley real quick. I should have done this before coming into town.
Man, how many times do I tell you that you gotta go before we leave?
Takashi, when you said that about rides, he just shakes his head like he's not saying anything. In his face, I don't know. He seems like he's overwhelmed about everything around him.
Yeah, not a city person.
No.
Bustling, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we go to City Hall, at least we should probably go to some kind of like bathhouse cleanup.
Not a bad idea.
One of the people nearby overhears, bathhouse. Oh, there's tons of bathhouses. There's the world famous hot springs. We are well known for it here in Zomkolan. There's here's a free coupon. If you go in there, it's like 10 copper off your first bath. It's so relaxing, soaks the bones. Also like helps glisten fur as well. And of course helps strengthen virility. He kind of looks at Tamaki and he does this. Straight. But yeah, you should go to this bathhouse.
Oh, thank you. And I'll take the coupon.
We'll keep that in mind.
I'll put that in my inventory.
Yeah, but
Right.
yeah, I sigh and kind of dip out of sight, and then change into my my elf form, just so Noah can recognize me as a wanted fugitive.
So this is a spell?
Yes, I basically use it as the spell, except it's indefinite. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
last
So this
an
is your
hour,
kitsune
lasts forever.
transformation type thing. All right.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna say this. I need you to make a stealth check
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem.
because you are in the middle of a very populated city, and even the alleyways, as I mentioned, are multiple stories of people. Oh yeah, like you as you're like you sneak off to the side, you look around. There doesn't seem to be anyone there. You close your eyes and you watch as your fur sort of recedes and your elven features step forward. As you do so, even though you are, of course, very, very elven, there's still some kitsune features that kind of are a little telltale, like if you know what you're looking for. Just the way that your body is built, kind of just the way that your hair flows, even the color of your hair, I mean, to a degree. But as you transform, you open your eyes, you're like, and there's this little grubby kid with like snot hanging out of his nose. He's got like a icy pole and he's kind of like looking at you like just dead stare. You can see that you look around the alleyway again, you can see like just above you there's like this old woman who is like beating this like blanket out the window, and she kind of looks down and she's like also looking at you. You can also see that there's like this guy who's like kind of molding glass like in a small forge. And like again, as he's like sort of stopped, he's kind of like opened the glass and he's like looking at it, and he happens to like be looking at it in your direction, and he kind of like looks over. And you got like basically a small, very very small community kind of watching you.
I just kind of sheepishly like look around and just like wave slightly, and then walk back to the group. Maybe ruffle the kid's hair or something, like play it off that nothing's wrong. Nothing's weird about
the
that.
The kid
at
is
all.
very sticky as you rub his hair, and you're like, ugh. And you return to the group. Now, I don't actually have an elven Kaito because that was not discussed.
Oh, sorry. I do have an image for him. I can send it to you.
If you got, is it here for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, send it to me. I can get it up.
Cool.
Nice.
That's fine, because whenever everybody starts to leave, Kambe is just kind of like, hey guys, like we should probably wait for Kambe, just hang on, and like sees this elf he doesn't know and just kind of like,
You're
hey
Kambe.
man, and like takes a step aside and be like, I didn't mean to be in your way.
Who named Kame? You're Kame.
I'll just laugh and just be like, Yeah, I'm Kaito, but yeah, I should probably have think of a new name while I'm here.
Oh, you can do that.
Could I get
Especially for the papers.
Could I get Takeshi, Tamaki, and Kanbei to make society checks, please?
Oh, yeah.
Oops,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
wrong account.
Whoops, I misdropped. 14.
What do you mean you misdropped? You clearly just rolled.
I was trying to throw it, but I let go too soon. I was like, whoops.
Yeah, that's how that works.
All right, Takeshi.
Totally.
What'd you get?
Yeah. I was looking for it. There it is. Yay!
All right. Tamaki and Takeshi. You've never seen this guy before, like ever. There is no knowledge, as far as you're aware of, that kitsune have the ability to transform into other forms. Kanbei, you are both aware that kitsune are able to transform into a non-fox-like form. It is quite common, like almost all of them have this ability. However, in addition to this information, you're also aware that there is a very, very popular scam in big cities, where if they see you coming into the city with a kitsune, a random person just shows up and is like, you know, hey, I'm so and so and so and so, you know, and then they basically rob you, you know, like kind of deal. Like it's a very
Okay.
Yeah, you're aware it's a very popular scam. You don't know if this city is like well known
so
for
then,
it. Yeah, but yeah.
Kanbei then is just kind of like, oh, Kaito, man, that's so cool. I didn't know you were going to be back doing it. Hey, before we go anywhere else, do you have any more of that jerky from the boar we killed earlier?
Yes, of course.
I
That's not
pull out
Kaito.
my fighting fan.
All
I
right.
pull out my fighting fan and I'd say like,
All right,
hey
hold,
guys, come on, this isn't.
hold on a second. Let me get this.
What did you do with Kaito?
You've seen this before
I
when
think
we were
we've got
running
a
away
problem
from the
here,
army.
fellas.
Been a while.
It has been a while. Yes.
All right, as Kanbei draws the fighting fan, you see that some of the people move away. It is not too. You know what? I'll give you a couple of rounds before the guards really act. They're kind of like assessing what's happening, because remembering each round of combat technically takes 6 seconds. So these guards aren't
It's
6
a
seconds.
fan. It's
Yeah.
a fan. I didn't pull it. I didn't pull my swords out or anything.
Oh yeah. But you've taken up a what I imagine is a combat stance of some variety.
Aggressive.
They're very
Yeah.
very aware of martial artists and stuff like that. So they've given you space, as it were. Yeah, so Tamaki, Takeshi, you've been told by Kanbei to make some distance and stuff like that. Tamaki has turned around and said, "What have you done to Kaido? What have you done with Kaido? Kaido, okay. What do you do? What's your reaction, Kaido?"
I just kind of narrow my eyes at Tamaki. I'm like, I could tell you your name, which would solve everything right here, but we don't want to give it away, right?
You're
Kai?
threatening me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In a
So,
way, yes.
Kaito's plan is to tell the very very famous magistrate's son what his name is.
Well, because we're supposed to be keeping it a secret. It's
Yeah,
like...
but do you know who else would know his name? An assassin.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, I said Kai. I called him Kai, though. I knew his first name.
So do the assassins.
Who are you talking to, man? You're just like talking to
Guys,
this
kind
guy.
of just like a minute.
What did you do with our friend Kaito? What have you
Uh,
done with our little friend?
Hang on. There is one way I can solve this. I'm going to cast Spirit Sense.
Oh, yeah.
Well, before you cast Spirit Sense, let's answer the question here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I am him. I don't know a better way to explain it to you, honestly.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I got
but
the boar question wrong.
He
I'm
would have
sorry.
known that we didn't fight a boar, so you're
I
clearly
know it was a
lying.
bear. I'm sorry. I was the one that killed it.
I was the one who knocks.
All right, he says it's a bear, And
I was the one that knocked
Kanbei
it into
sort
the
of calms
pit.
down a little bit.
All right. As Kanbei begins to calm down, you can watch as some of the guards are starting to make their way over, like hearing the commotion, and I imagine you all want to kind of take your leave, as it were, of the current vicinity.
Yeah. I suggest we
spot
leave.
the
Isn't
I'll
that right,
spot the
Taro?
dwarf that we're supposed to know.
Yes, make a perception check as you look around for the rickshaw dwarf.
Sweet.
Perception. Are we all looking for it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only
Okay.
one that knows who I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was
Yeah, you don't have a description of him.
Yeah, I was just gonna cast the spirit sense to see if I could see Susui.
That's not how Susui works.
I whispered to Kaido, maybe next time you transform in front of us too. Okay.
I did at one point in front of Tamaki, but that was a long time ago. And,
We were running away. I wasn't really paying attention.
Also, this elf form is kind of wanted in Goka. It's not a form I like to take often.
Oh yeah.
You see a wanted
the
poster
wanted
with
posters
Kaito's
around, yeah.
Kaito's elf face on it.
Hopefully
All
not
right.
here.
Great.
So, Kanbei, you can see past the initial greeting area and stuff like that. There's actually a like kind of a noodle shop where there's this old turtle that's serving noodles to the dwarf that you're looking for. The rickshaw behind him is not ironically tortoise shelled, and he is enjoying the soup. He's enjoying very much the very, very hearty broth of pork tonkatsu ramen with several slices of quail egg and some like kelp from the Nagajor Sea, as well as fresh bamboo shoots from the forest just to the
Oh,
south.
that's awesome.
Oh man, that sounds good.
I
I just
I
make the
head
biggest
towards
inhale,
there.
just-
All right, you all begin to make your way, and these
grab a stool next to him.
yeah. As you grab the stool, you kind of sit down. These are dwarven-sized stools as well, so the actual counter itself is appropriately sized. For those of you who want to sit down that aren't dwarves or short racers, it's a little low for your comfort. But they have it's almost like their version of a baby seat, where they pull out this little accessory that they put on the table, so that you've got the table at the top. You know, there you go.
I think I'm good.
All right, cool. All right, so you sit down next to the dwarf. The old turtle looks in your direction and says, "Oh, new customers. Welcome. What can I get for you?" He puts down some pickled daikon.
I would personally love a bowl of a vegetable broth ramen and some steamed veggie dumplings. And if you don't mind, sir, I'll go ahead and pick up his soup too.
He says, "Oh, that's." He looks over, and the dwarf kind of looks up at the turtle, but not at you, and then just kind of nods as he continues to eat. The turtle smiles warmly and says, and also invites anyone else who is seated to order something as well.
Got any
Oolong tea.
Oolong tea. That's it?
Yeah, he just needs some tea right now. Yeah.
Sorry, Rock. What was that?
Do you have any bug? Can you put any bugs in the ramen?
We have a cricket dumpling, cricket gyoza. He says.
Oh, I'll have one of those.
Okay. He'll get to that, and then Kaito, anything?
Yes, I'll take like a pork udon if you have something like that, and also some tea.
He turns around and begins to prepare. What you see is, despite the fact that he's a turtle, his hands move with almost masterful grace. Every action he takes always returns his hands to his side as he moves one hand across the other. With one swift motion, he takes these glorious and almost transparent gemstone-like buns and places them in the steamer. As you hear the hiss of water as he then takes it and pours it into a cast iron skillet just below where the steamer is. As the steam rises, you hear the sizzling sound of a freshly patted, buttered frying pan. He takes what looks to be. He asks if Takeshi's allergic to peanuts. Is Takeshi allergic to peanuts?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we'll find out. He takes some peanut oil and sesame oil, puts it between his two fingers, and then just splashes it onto the pan before flinging these two very large pockets of multiple like mixed vegetable gyozas with what looks to be like these large cricket legs that kind of seem to be just stuffed into it, like quite filled gyozas as he throws them in there, peppering them and then seasoning them with some cheese on the top, like cheese sauce on the top, which starts to slowly melt. With another hand, he takes out the pork broth and the vegetable broth, and almost like he's ambidextrous, pours them out simultaneously before preparing the noodles at separate times in the appropriate temperatures. While you are witnessing this massive kind of show, it's very much a performance as well as preparing this amazing food. The dwarven man who sits next to you kind of gets towards the end of his bowl, and he actually doesn't finish. He places his hands together and he says a prayer before pushing the bowl to his right hand side. He turns to face Kanbei and says, "Thank you for the meal." He bows deeply.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. My name is Kanbei. It's very nice to meet you. I was talking to one of my friends at the gate there, and he said that if we're looking to get around town, and you're really the only person to go to, and that you might know the kind of people that we're trying to meet. So I'm glad that I was able to spot you. If you wouldn't mind hanging around for us to finish our lunch and everything, maybe you could tell us a little bit about this, quaint little village.
He sort of
It's big. It's big.
He smiles at you and he says, "Yes, that's my brother Jinbao. I am Bolin, and it's nice to meet you, Kanbei. Of course, I would be happy to share any thoughts over the city and what you might need if I can help, especially if my brother has expressed that you should come and see me." He orders another round of he basically orders this very special type of mung bean dish, which is actually already in this kind of wooden container. He kind of just uncorks it and just sort of ladles out this. It's kind of almost like an after dinner dessert kind of thing, which he just sort of slowly picks at with chopsticks. He tells you that the city itself was built in the heart of the volcano. Its heat actually making it quite a warm and pleasurable place, especially for very earth attuned earth affinity beings and creatures. The earth genasies, the dwarves and stuff like that all love this place. It is also well known for a hot spring that is to the north as well, and in the center of the city is what's known as the pit. It's an endless drop that apparently leads down forever, but those who are a little bit more savvy know that it goes down to what was once upon a time a cave belonging to a kind of a great beast. The beast was battled with against by none other than the progenitor and the founder of the city itself, a rather intimidating warrior known as Kulan, which is where, of course, the city gets its name from. In the center is a palace that was built in his honor and is currently being resided by quote unquote royalty. It is a large castle that caters to the nobility, but they don't really have power per se. They're not like in charge of the city. They're not like the shogun or the anything like that. It's just that the people were so grateful to the warrior for having defeated the beast that his ancestors were treated with the same honor and respect as their forebearer. As far as trade and commerce goes, if you're looking for materials, some of the finest craftsmen in the region are here. There are also lots of places to relax because, of course, the mountains are quite long and arduous. There is also a very strong martial arts community here, and there are, if you're looking for some quick coin, there are a few fighting pits that one can participate in. It's no Ruby Phoenix tournament, but it definitely serves to entertain the masses.
Oh my God, he said the name of the show. Cool. I mean, yeah. I'm guessing that conversation sort of ebbs and flows and takes most of the...
Exactly. So, in front of each of you now is a delicious spread. Kaito, you have what looks to be this beautiful steaming hot udon. You could smell the pork. There's even some little slices of chashu that have been kind of layered on top. You can actually see corn, which is quite unusual for this sort of dish, but it is there with actually some pickled ginger as well as what look to be these strange mountain roots as well. As you kind of place the udon in your mouth and you begin to draw the noodles into your mouth, you notice that it is actually like maybe 4 or 5 super long, very well and very firm noodles. You almost inhale the entire meal in one go without actually needing to it's just so slippery and so delicious that it just goes straight in. It's almost like you're inhaling it. Tamaki, the oolong tea that you're provided is decisively chilled, but there's one thing you do notice more importantly than anything else, and that is that the glass that you're using is chilled, which actually creates this incredible crispness as you drink the oolong tea, and it never starts to warm up or get into that room temperature thing. Takeshi, your gyoza comes out, and it's like this pocket of delicious meat and crickets that, as you break it open, has a very, very heavily spiced smell to it. But that spice is immediately mellowed by the white sauce that it covers, that has crisped the cheese around the edges of the gyoza. So it's kind of almost blackened like a crisp as you bite into it. Kanbei, the noodles that you've got in front of you are just this incredibly rich smell that sort of permeates from these noodles. But despite that, the actual liquid is almost crystal clear. It almost looks like noodles bathed in water. And as you put it into your mouth, you can even taste just the myriad of complex flavors that just burst forth with every bite. The reason why this guy gets so much time to tell you all about everything about this city is simply because your mouths are never empty until the bowl is more or less empty. Also, real quick, Kaito, did you just send me a picture of an elf with razor sharp fangs? Because you are aware that that's a pretty dead giveaway that you're not an elf, right?
Wait, did I forget to
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shapeshift everything but my mouth full of razor sharp teeth.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I think I forgot to change that when I.
That's okay. I'll change it for you. I got you. It was just very. It was just slightly amusing. All right. So
Nice.
okay. So with that, we find ourselves at the end of your meal. You have paid the good turtle. His well, let's see. Let's call it 1.5 silver. So 1 silver, 5 copper for the whole meal, which is a great deal, by the way.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more.
Mm-mm.
That
is 100%. That is now canon. The name of the noodle shop is called Send Noodles. Or Send Nudes. But like nudes. Alright.
Yeah, I'll take care of the food. That's fine. And throughout this, I also sort of, once we're done eating, say like, well, man, my friends here were really hoping to be able to get some traveling papers put together, and it'd be really great if, we got taken to the right place and told the right person to talk to, for someone who could kind of speed things along a little bit, take some grease the wheels of bureaucracy, man, if you know what I mean.
How long would it take to normally get papers?
Well, let's see. He starts by saying that he can indeed take you to Town Hall, but Town Hall is it's a long process to get the papers that you're looking for. What you want to do is you want to talk to someone from the Scab. The Scab is he kind of describes it as just kind of like this, place of ill repute. Where people kind of just sort of try to do what they can to get by, and there are definitely people out there, forgers and the like, who are capable of creating traveling papers that would fool even the most most what's the word, like most perceptive, and basically these are second to none. But they can get quite costly. There's a man by the name of Jathka, who is the main master forger that he can introduce you to, if, of course, you're not against, a little bit of clandestine espionage type things.
I mean,
I don't mind getting
all
back
right,
into that life just a little bit.
yeah, we can meet you at your cart if you give me and my compadres a couple minutes to talk it over, and we'll tell you which one of those two places to take us.
He says, of course, and makes his way over and away to the side, awaiting your answer.
I mean, I guess it's kind of up to you guys. I'd really like you to be able to join me, but I don't know how long I can just wait around, man. I mean, Takeshi, I don't mean to say anything untoward, but you kind of put off that vibe as someone that's, got a little bit of silver clanging around. So maybe you can help speed things up.
Yeah, Takeshi, you could help with that.
I can.
Yeah.
Tamaki. He said Tamaki.
Honestly, it's been a while since I've been home. I don't actually have a lot on me right now. Like, it's been a couple of months. Yeah.
Well,
I've been. That's fine. You're also wearing a robe that's probably enough to eat at this fine establishment for a month.
I am not selling my family robe. This is my.
Well, I mean, when it comes to making money in a big city, I mean, I'm not necessarily bad at it, but it might require some dirty work.
Honestly,
Sounds like we're kind of
I'd like
going
to
to the type of place that would get us that work.
I'd like to stay out of as much trouble as possible. Especially since it's, like my family we're talking about. Like if I get caught, it's, we all get in
Well,
trouble
if you
pretty
get
much.
caught, it's not Tamaki getting caught. It's-
Takeshi shakes his head yes. Like,
You I turned to him. Actually, are the bathhouses free in this?
No. That's why you have
well,
a
we
coupon
got
for
a
it.
we got a coupon for money
Yeah, we got a
off.
coupon,
so
but yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, I'd be down
I
to fight.
mean, I guess
That's kind of what we're doing anyway. but,
Tamaki, if you want to go figure out how long it would take to do this your way, and me and Kaito could go figure out how quick and expensive it would be to do it this way, then then you can make a more informed decision.
okay.
Yeah.
True. I guess I could go
Also-
to City Hall and you guys could see.
When we're in big cities, and also on my papers, I'll probably be writing it down as Enkai Tanaka, just in case. I don't I don't want my name being traceable. And also it's my own name is kind of a fake name anyways, so probably not super appropriate to use.
So basically, you want a fake name for the fake name that you're using on your
Yeah.
fake passport.
Basically, yes.
I don't
Kaito's
know.
full of
We're
lies and
just
deception.
learning.
I was gonna say I don't know how
just learning
into
about
the kind of forensic stuff that these guys are into in this kind of era, but I mean you think you'd be pretty safe because if they know who you are, they're gonna know you from your appearance, not from your name.
Good point.
All right.
So Takeshi, which group are you gonna go with?
I point at you.
You're the sensible one. That's where I want to go.
The sensible one who's gonna be doing criminal things. But yeah.
Oh
All
no,
right.
he's just
Man,
thinking
those are different
he just-
words.
he's just thinking like town hall. No, it's scary.
Yeah. Fair.
All right. So, with that being said, just to clarify, Tamaki, you are going alone to the town hall,
Yeah.
and everyone else is going to the black market. Now, naturally, as I like to do when this always happens, because it always happens when Neil's involved. Neil, are you sure that you wish to go and do this thing by yourself?
He doesn't want to do anything like.
No, I'm very aware. I'm very aware.
Yeah.
Tamaki is also able to make decisions and the like.
Honestly,
I just want to make
Tamaki
sure.
was kind of hoping that someone would go with him, but everybody left him.
Also, I'm having very
Very well.
bad flashbacks to the last time Tamaki went off alone in a city.
Oh no, this is perfectly fine. All right, so as per, Tamaki, you are heading towards the town hall. It is not hard to get to the town hall. It's very distinct, and again, any rickshaw person can take you there. The reason why Bolin is going to take you personally is mostly to get to the black market area. So that's kind of the big difference there, is that he's the only one who could really take you to that one. So he is going to load Kaito, Kanbei, and Takeshi into the rickshaw that he has, leaving Tamaki at the noodle place to find ulterior transportation. We're going to flash forward, I guess, a little while as you guys make your way through the town and the city, and return to the pit. As Kaito, Kanbei, and Takeshi ride on the rickshaw, they can see that they skirt what looks to be this immense pit, which you guys can all see in the center of the map here, which still seems to be heated very heavily from this dim red glow from below. Lava seems to be collected in various, almost like gutters in this area, that then flow over the pit and into the way below. As you continue forward, you can see that there are a number of people who are very homeless or disenfranchised, kind of lining the adjacent shops and streets and the like. And you can see that that Bolin takes you to one of these homeless people. He says that the rich don't often show kindness to those beneath their notice, but sometimes even the smallest gesture can yield an unexpected prosperity. And he will drop you off here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I want to thank you for the food. One thing I like about the city is the food so far.
Yeah, man, like that was not bad. All right, so maybe we try to see. I think he clearly was giving us a bit of a hint there. So like, just see if we can find like a good soul, man. Let's just look for like a blue green aura.
Actually, is there a check that I
So
could
I-
make to like try identifying someone that would look like they'd be in the profession that we're looking for? Since I have been kind of in that environment before, in a different city though, but oh, you've got wizarded.
Thank you. Your entire clue here comes less from your being within eyeshot of the person you're looking for, and more the puzzle I just gave you.
Oh,
Yeah, we're looking. It is the poor. Rich people aren't always nice, but charity. Crap, what did he say? I got the gist of it, but now I'm worried that I didn't catch the language correctly.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
Sounds
yeah.
like,
The-
sounds like you gotta be nice to a poor person and we'll get our information.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I thought it was too.
yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
Yeah, is there any like
Oh, I know.
beggars on the streets?
Give them
or
money.
like
Money
a
talks, right?
soup house or something.
I'm not really sure about that. But money talks, right? That's the thing.
It does.
Shouts loudly.
Yeah. Is there like a particular building that looks like it's like giving out soup or a place like where the poor could stay for the night or something like that?
Actually, there is. You look around and you can see that there is a hostel that is not too far away. You can see that the number of people have already, sort of taken up residence around the building. You know, they kind of like it's very casual chatting and stuff like that. But it's quite clear that these people are like, just off the streets and just trying to kind of rest up, as it were. They seem they're not like
Okay.
working like on the corners, or they're not like carrying on with their day's activities. They seem to be just resting up here.
Okay. I would like to. Well, yeah. So I'll ask you to be like, do you want to like? I got an idea if you want to try over there, or do you think there's a better place?
I think we can try there, and if we can't find anything there, we can just look for, anyone that looks destitute on the streets looking for a coin.
Sure. So then I'll walk over to the a group of like a small group of maybe like 3 or 4 people that look like they're down on their luck and all that kind of stuff. And I'll say let's see, what do I got over here? I will have like a small little like coin purse that has like, let's call it like 30 copper in it, right? And as I walk past, I'll sort of like very lightly bump into one of them and then I'll be like, "Oh, hey, man, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going. I think that one of you folks must have dropped this. I want to make sure it gets back to its rightful owner."
As you do so, immediately the person you bump into says, this person is a half orc. Okay, so a half orc man that you bump into.
So he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no, I'm really sorry. I mean, he looks down at you and he says, oh wait, hang on. So how much do you have in your hand?
Let's say it's enough for however many people are there. It's like 5 copper each, because like 5 copper in Pathfinder, that'll like get you a place to stay and a meal for the night.
Yeah, that's definitely not a small amount of money to this particular group of individuals. All right, so as you do this, I want you to roll me a percentage, please. Also, while we're doing that, I'd like to give a very special shout out and thank you to the New York GM, aka Sam. Thanks for the donation, and thanks, of course, for all of the gifted subs and the resub, dude. Have a wonderful day. You are awesome. You are just so amazing. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. I'm in fact going to name this person. His name is Samrak, after, of course, our dear friend New York GM. So that's the name of this half orc is Samrak. All right. All right. So, with a 67. All right, what's his disposition here? I've actually got a chart of random NPC stuff. All right. Oh my god, are you serious? Okay, I guess I can make that work. All right. So he turns around and immediately says,
May I, real quick, just because it seems like it's in this.
Mhm.
My feat of group impression is possibly applicable here.
Oh yes. So where you can actually create an impression for everyone involved at the same time. Yes. Like you're not using a diplomacy check
correct.
on everyone rather than just one person. Yes. Yep. No. Very applicable.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can. Yeah.
Yep. Very applicable.
Sweet, and I can
100%, yep.
essentially it will of this group. It will the check goes against 2 people, and I can take the better of the 2.
All right. Very well.
Sweet.
All right. This has taken me a little bit of time, but I now have actually done Kaito's human form, or elven form, should I say, which I now have a token for Fantasy Grounds. Good. All right, that's all done.
Yay.
Okay. Making me do stuff. Okay. Now, with a 67, please make a diplomacy check. And yes, you can apply this to everyone.
And I don't think I can fail this, or at least I can't critically fail it.
Yeah, probably not. 23. Okay, yeah, not a problem. All right. So, Samrak turns and sees you've got maybe about 15 gold, 15 copper in your hand, because there are about 3 of them, and yeah. So as you hold it up, he says, "Let's try this." Oh no! Looks like one of our boys has dropped their coin pouch. All right, lads, you know the drill. Let's see if anyone's picked up this in Lost and Found yet. You go see if Sarah's heard anything, and you go see if someone down by the pit knows anything. Oh, thank you very much, friend. It was very kind of you to let us to tell us that someone's dropped their purse. It's not too many people that would show this kind of kindness around here.
Well, yeah, man. First of all, I believe that we are all one human. We are all the beings of a family. And secondly, I do believe that showing a little bit of kindness can take you a long way in life.
As you say that, he says, "Oh, I think I understand what you're saying. If you're looking for somewhere to offer some kindness, there's a soup kitchen inside. They're always looking for extra hands."
Well,
Well,
we-
don't
we've
tell
got those.
anybody,
So,
but between the three of us, we got 6.
oh well, that would be amazing. Come in. Let me introduce myself properly. My name is Samrak. I am one of the hostel managers here, and most importantly, my wife, whose name is her name is Dareen. Done. My wife, Dareen, she makes a absolutely fine soup. However, she only uses cabbage and corn. So while it is a fine soup, it might taste like grit. But come on in anyway. He takes you into the into like this large hostel. Look, I forgot the name of his wife, Dazzle. Okay, calm down. All right, so as he takes you inside, you can see that the main area here, the first thing that you see when you walk in are just a series of cots that are just on your left and right, each of which seem to have like kind of a bundle of like stuff that's there, which is actually very surprising. You would think that with such a high homeless population, right, that crime and theft and stuff like that would be quite rampant, especially in a region like this. But ironically, because someone rolled a 67 frickin' percent, apparently that's not the case, and even the homeless actually feel comfortable leaving their belongings in places like this. So there are some people who are, you know, kind of like asleep on these cots, and there are some people who are milling about the area. But yeah, as you can see, that people are comfortable just leaving their belongings here. As he walks in, the next area is like kind of just like the mess hall and the kitchen stuff. There's just rows of tables. Most of this building has been kind of gutted out just to make space, as it were. And at the very, very back, you can see that there is a tiny kitchen. There's barely enough footroom for the rather large Goliath woman that seems to be beyond. She seems to be moving up and down, kind of putting this kind of almost porridge-looking substance into like these trays. And as Samrak walks up, he says, "Hello, my love. These lovely folk here want to help volunteer." The Goliath looks over, and she actually doesn't speak. She begins to perform sign language. I mean, probably not, because we haven't really spoken about this before, but does anyone actually have hand sign or any form of sign language as a...
I
Only
almost
secret
took
language.
it when I was picking my languages, but I didn't.
Oh, yep. Well, she does begin to sign, and as she does, notices that you can't understand her. At this point in time, a young boy. This boy is also a half orc. He's got very, very mottled markings on his person. This is likely their son. You can tell that there's the orcish traits and the Goliath traits kind of both within this young lad. And he begins to sign to his mother and says, she's saying, "Thank you for your time. Are any of you cooks?" By the way, I apologize if my gestures are for my own benefit, not because I can speak sign. I can't. I wish I could. I just can't. But yes.
Well, I have been known to be able to rata the occasional tui and throw together the occasional risotto.
He continues to gesture to his mum, and you see the mum start laughing. The kid doesn't laugh, like doesn't understand it, and Dad doesn't either. Like, okay, well, that isn't any problem at all. She says, get some apron on. She says to get some aprons on and come behind. And do you guys wish to do so?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna give you guys. Something special. You guys can have 1 rank in craft cooking. Just that is yours now. You are now trained in craft cooking. As you will spend a good chunk of time here learning how to, well, the basics of cooking. Very, very basics. Meanwhile, across town, Tamaki, you are pulling up. Did you take a rickshaw or did you walk?
You know what? I walked.
Very well. Tamaki, as you walked to the town hall, I need you to roll me a percentage. Now, Neil, before you do, look me in the eye, Neil. Do not roll less than 10%. Neil.
Well, you know what's gonna happen now.
Neil.
You just brought that into existence.
I swear to all the powers that be, Neil.
Oh my god. You never tell him not
You
something.
Tell me the
fucking
odds!
kidding me.
The fuck did I just say, Neil?
Not only was it 10, but it was 1.
I'm dying.
Mm.
Dying.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh.
Start rushing off that other character, buddy.
God.
Yeah, probably.
You can't-
Wait,
And the
can
weird
you use
thing-
your hero point on that roll.
And the messed up
I don't
thing
think I
is
could.
the messed up thing is I always hope, and I don't know why. It's just
Never tell me to roll that something. It's just, John
So
has
anyway.
said this multiple times.
So anyway, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So Neil, as you make your way through the city and the like, you just bump into someone.
Oh. Oh.
Bump into their sword.
And you rolled a 1%. I want you to understand this.
Yeah.
There was a sliding scale from 10 as to who you would encounter.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Okay.
I knew it! Oh my god.
So as you step forward and
Shit.
bump into someone who is standing at least like a good head and shoulder above you, you find yourself face to face with quite literally the scariest looking Oni you have ever seen. He stands towering over you and looks
Oh my
you
God,
up
I
and
remember
down.
that.
As he does, he quite literally says, "Well, no, hang on, I got the accent wrong. Let me try again." Well, my. Fancy bumping into you here. There I was, just thinking to myself the other day, it's been so long since I was able to rub shoulders with someone of good standing. He leans down and you can his actual breath smells like perfume. Like he actually smells like cherry blossoms and sakura. Like he's,
Yeah.
like there's something just intoxicating about just being near this individual. As he leans down, he says, "I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I am known as the Sakura King. And you are Tamaki Kai, if I'm not mistaken. From, of course, your lovely family heirloom." He reaches out with his large, clawed hand and touches your scarf. "The Tamakis always did make the softest of silks." And he takes the actual end of your scarf and kind of rubs it very weirdly against his cheek. You know what I mean? Like he's like touching the softness to his face.
Yes, it's nice to meet you. You said your name was Soccer King?
Yes. My true name is a little bit more harder to pronounce. He says his true name is, bear with me, because I need to now pronounce it. All right. His name is... Sorry, everything is very, very slow right now. I don't mean to ruin the tension, but here we go. All right. His name is Ang Baya. ANKHBA, comma, YARH. If anyone wants to give that a crack.
You say the last one again?
It's Angbaya. Angbaya? Angbaya.
There we go.
There you go. That's what it is. But yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, he says, and what brings you to this fine city, noble Tamaki-san?
Was taking a little trip, seeing the different cities.
Wonderful! I was doing exactly the same. Goka can be so stuffy this time of year, especially while waiting for the Ruby Phoenix tournament. I thought I'd maybe kill some time here. Perhaps an accompaniment from such a noble personage may possibly be of great experience.
Of course.
Wonderful. He puts his arm around you and pulls you in closer, and he says, then let us go to the hot springs. I hear that the cuticle routine is to die for.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go there today at some point anyway.
Ah, well, no time like the present. All right. Tamaki, you're being led away from central from the town hall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, sorry, I just got the phone call apparently.
No one's gonna find the body.
Maybe I should start getting my character ready now, guys.
Oh
no.
no.
This is a thing.
I was already having like flashbacks to the one time we left you alone.
I could just see you like
and that
when you
boxer
asked me
lady,
to roll the
like, beat the crap out of
D100.
you.
No.
No, the second he said don't roll
Literally
lower than a
gave
10.
you, are you sure you want to go on your own?
I know.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, the worst that did happen before was a boxer came out of nowhere.
Well,
and
my
beat the
dentist
crap
is
out
on
of him, knocked him
vacation.
unconscious.
Your what?
My dentist is
Your
on
dentist.
vacation, so I don't have a dental appointment, which is yay, I guess. All right. Where was I at? Yes, back to you guys.
Wait, what was Sam's real name? What was Sam's full name?
Samrak.
Alright, I'll be right
Sam-
back.
Sam.
I'm showing off that fan.
Yep, no worries. All right, so I'm just gonna leave this over here with Neil.
Yep, that makes sense.
All right, there we go. Just so I can remember that he's there. All right. Meanwhile, you guys are over with with Samrak and the like, and Dareen has shown you the ropes around a number of different like kind of basic cuisines that you can make with simple vegetables and the like. Yeah, so like I said, you've all gained that rank in cooking, and throughout like maybe a good hour or so, you are sort of serving people who are coming in and homeless. It's about an hour in, and it kind of almost feels like, is this the right thing? Are we doing the are we actually, kind of like getting them to meet this person when a person, a human, walks up to you and asks for seconds. You've served this person before. He was kind of a bit of a knob, like he was kind of rude and the like, kind of shove people around and etc. And this guy comes up and asks for seconds from Takeshi.
Takeshi.
Yep.
I look at Goliath lady.
Mm-hmm.
And like point like
she seems to be busy like kind of like getting the food ready to be distributed.
okay.
This is more of a you do what you do. Like you're at the front. She's currently like, yeah.
Okay. I look at you guys.
Does it look like everyone else in the area has been fed?
More or less, yeah.
Oh, I shrug and it's like, well, we've got enough.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I slap another more so on his tray or whatever bowl.
All right. As he takes the bowl, this time he doesn't eat it. He looks to you and he says, "So what are you looking for?"
We need Oh wait, is he asking specifically Takeshi or just like us as a whole?
Specifically Takeshi, but you as a whole as well. Like, he's
Okay.
talking to Takeshi because that's who's in front.
We need help. We need a passport, I think. Right, guys?
Yeah, we need traveling papers, and going through the Capitol building is just, it would take too long for what we need.
All right. He looks around and he says, "For 3?"
Well, 4. No, only 3.
Yeah,
Ken
not
was
No,
good.
only 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have.
Okay. He says to write your names down on a bit of paper he hands to you, and he says to write it in your handwriting.
One of the 3 is not here.
Well, write it for him. It's a forgery.
True.
Fair enough. Is there any chance I'd seen anything? Because Tamaki was talking to me about a like components and crafting book he had. Is there any chance I might have seen it and seen any of his writing?
Ooh. Make a wisdom check, just a flat wisdom check. This is what I like to call a memory check. So, there is recall knowledge, but there's no like recall knowledge of like past experience, as it were. So this is just to see what your memories tell you about Tamaki. You've definitely seen his handwriting, but you don't believe you're familiar enough to replicate it. You could probably get the closest though, and I would like you can make a deception check on it to see how close you can get.
Make it look fancy.
Yeah, unless you crit, it'll look similar, but yeah.
I will say, be like Kaito, man, like you said, you kind of been from this
other side of the tracks type world before. Do you think you've got a better chance?
I never really dealt within the world of forgery, but I can try.
Do I even know how to spell?
Yeah, do you even write?
I mean, I guess we could always both try and see who's got the one that we remember looks more like his writing.
True. Yeah, I definitely why not?
All right.
Yeah, let's say I don't know how to write.
I can read, but I can't write.
We'll have to teach you how to write.
This whole other thing. All right, very well.
Yeah, and I'll try my best at trying to replicate his handwriting, see which one of us can do it better.
All right, make a deception check as you,
Oh.
Expert deceiver.
write your own
Kaito.
name.
Yeah.
You wrote Kaito.
Well, yeah, you technically failed and then you fumbled. So technically speaking, yes, I'm gonna say that you wrote your alias, and then you wrote literally Kaito as Tamaki's alias.
Oh no!
And you
Wait,
thought
before-
that'll trick him.
Right
And
before, because
Yep.
I remember he was having the conversation. There's everything went on with the troll. Right before I start to write it down, to Kaito and Takeshi, I'm like, hey, wait, what is like? No, I try to remember what Tamaki told me his name was because he gave me a fake name. Ryan just doesn't remember.
Michael doesn't remember either. Neil, what was the fake name you?
Back in Quain, we called him Yoshi.
Yeah, that's right.
When
Yeah.
I met Ambe, I said Taro.
Taro.
'Cause I-
Okay, so I write
Oh.
Taro.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's right. When Neil actually started this game, he wanted to be incognito, and he called himself Yoshi, but then immediately blew his cover. Like, didn't even take him 10 minutes to blow his cover. All right. Okay. So so you're gonna write Taro as that one, and then Kaito is technically Takeshi. Okay, cool. Got it. He takes the slips, and he hands you 3 bath tokens.
Hey.
And he says they'll be ready for you in a half an hour. You can collect them from the bathhouse. These you can use to get in. Just wait there, and a representative will come with your travel papers.
Oh.
Oh, and what will be what's like the bill of services, man?
The bill of services is to be discussed with the handler. I'm not the handler. I'm the person.
Right.
He will tell you this. He will tell you that the cost will usually come at anywhere between 20 gold per person, or acts of services rendered. So there may be something that they need to be done, or if your travel papers serve their needs to get things out of the city, for example, you might just be obligated to take something out of the city with them.
Huh.
Yeah, that kind of thing. He explained it's drug mules. Anyway, cool. Meanwhile, Tamaki. You are walking through the streets in the company of a large Oni. What do you wish to do?
Well, I was going to the bathhouse. I think you say you wanted to bring me there, right?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So you're not going to resist. You're not going to.
No, because if I resist, I'm dead.
I mean, but there's that. Yes.
Yeah.
You can also strike up a conversation with him if you wanted to.
So, okay, yeah. So, what are you doing in
He told you he's here on vacation, seeing the sights, killing some time.
Killing you.
So I said, so are you heading after this then?
Oh, I don't know. there's so many different places that I've always wanted to see. I spent some time in the jungles around here, so it wouldn't be too much of an ask to go and visit somewhere like, oh, I don't know, maybe maybe Minkai, or perhaps heading down even further south, maybe rest my weary bones in some of the more colder climates.
I've never been to a western area before where it's more cold.
Oh, yes.
Have you been down there?
Well, I've been there once. There's a group of friends, shall we call them, who like to spend a lot of time enjoying the atmosphere provided by our dear friends to the south.
Sounds like a nice place to go. I might have to go there sometime.
Oh, I highly recommend it. I mean, nothing is more important than using the time that you have wisely. All right. You eventually find yourself at the bathhouse. He kind of invites you. He looks at you and he says, "Well, shall we?" And takes you in. You and him are guided to the male side of the bathhouse, and you basically, I mean, unless you wish to do something else, you disrobe and enter the bath, as it were.
Yeah, Tamaki's had just the, with all the walking we've been doing and all the fighting and hunting, he just needs to have some relaxation, get that grind off. I don't know. Just
Neil.
I don't know. Whatever. Just
You know what an assassin does for a living?
I don't know.
This is so funny. Neil's basically just already resigned himself to death and is just going, you know what? I could use a bath.
Like, I was able to keep it in when he's like, "Oh yeah, I would love to visit there someday," and I just picture it's like, "No, you won't."
That is effectively what this guy is thinking. Like, he's just like, it's like, oh, what a shame you wouldn't be able to see any of this. Oh my god. No, it's really funny. All right. Now, around the time that they arrive is around the time that well, I mean, you guys will arrive shortly after as well. You end up heading into the water.
We go to a different bathhouse.
You go to completely different bathhouse. Completely different bathhouse. Admittedly, the meeting place may have changed on the fly for no apparent reason whatsoever. Look, I might be an evil GM, but I'm not that mean. All right. So, as you go and enter the bath, you hear the very, very satisfying groan that comes from the Sakura King as he lets the bath waters do their work. As he just, this is wonderful. You also notice as you enter the bathhouse and the actual hot spring area that there is literally no one else here. He invites you to join him.
Yeah, I'll get in.
All right. You get into the bath, and yeah, that's where you are.
Slowly get in because it's if it's too hot, I just put that all
It is. It's definitely a little bit on the warmer side of things. But yes, you get into the bath, and it's actually quite nice. You feel just these waves of fatigue leaving your body as you find yourself next to this bright red dude with sakura trees growing out of him. He then says, "Now tell me, do you have any dreams? Do you have desires, things that you've wanted to do in life, Like, in a hypothetical world, if you were to die tomorrow, What would some of the last things you'd like to have done be?
Well, I mean, fulfill my role as a magistrate, I guess. I'm just kind of...
Aren't you a magistrate's son? You're not really in
I'm
that
a
role now.
magistrate's son, but that's just it. I'm a magistrate's son. I'm, like, in training.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not... I want, you know, like... I want to be able to help the people that need it most.
So you wish to prove yourself.
Mhm.
I can understand that. There are definitely moments where proving oneself to those who are less than understanding can be quite trying. This is a bit of a secret, but did you know that I'm actually the fourth son of the Oni Daimyo?
You're the fourth son?
Yes, that's right. And you know, it's easy being the firstborn son. It's even easy being the youngest son. But when you're about fourth, I mean, by that stage, they've all but given up on you. And you know, you may do all sorts of things to try and get your daddy's attention, but you know, you may merge with a plant and put sakura blossoms all over you and make sure that you're the only one in your family that doesn't smell like an ashtray. But you know, will father listen? Of course not. That's not how they measure their worth. They measure their worth with their work and what they do and what they're capable of.
I can understand that as well. My father spent more time training my older brother to fight when he's trained me to the books, more or less. But I've kind of, you know, slowly been. I mean, he's shown me how to like. He's trained me as well, but you know, not as much as my brother. I'm not as talented as him. So.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be saying that. Don't forget, talent is only perceived by the people who value themselves in that field. I mean, there are so many moments where I would happily say that I am far stronger than my brothers in some fashions. I am more capable. I am more. I'm definitely more handsome. But, you know, if you measure yourself by the measures of your brother's strength, then you're never going to be stronger than they are, in any fashion or any regard.
True. I guess you're right.
Yes, damn right I'm right. You watch as he seems to, like, float over a tray with, like, a sake glass and a bottle. He pours one out for you and then pours one out for himself. He takes up the glass and he says, well, it seems as though there are always going to be moments where we will disappoint not only our fathers, but ourselves as well.
True. And I'll take the glass.
He says, well, until such a time as we can no longer be a disappointment to the Forgotten Sons.
To the Forgotten Sons.
He clinks your glass.
Mm-hmm.
He drinks it.
I'm going to drink it, but like on the side and make it look like I'm drinking. I'm going to toss it into the pool.
Make a deception check.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, that's not bad. Okay.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
No, it's still bad. 12. I actually want to use my hero point on that.
All right, you can use your hero point on it.
Yes. Come on. Come on! No! Oh, wait. Well, it's slightly better. 15. I don't think it's going to help, though.
All right, let's
No!
see how this goes. Let me... no, that'll fail automatically. Oh, unless he rolls a 1.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's
I just look at him and I'm like, I missed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You have any more?
Yeah.
he pours.
Oh,
man. I mean, sure, he'll pour you
Man,
another
hey,
one.
Neil, it's been really fun gaming with you.
It's either he kills me or this wine will kill me. This alcohol.
Go on, have another one.
Yeah, I'm going to clink again and just kind of like look at him and show him, and then I'll actually drink it.
Okay, so you're actually going to drink it? All right.
Yes.
As this happens, Kaito, Kanbei, and Takeshi, the three of you are... I presume you guys have no issue going into the bathhouse, etc., 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 yeah?
Oh yeah, no.
Good. Okay, excellent. You come in.
Everything's
You are
totally
all
fine
naked. You are all naked. You have your little.
I do.
You have your little
I do
bucket.
not get my clothes off. I
You-
do not get my clothes off. I don't feel comfortable about that.
You,
But I
you
do walk into the bathhouse.
what? Sorry, wait. What was that? You don't take your clothes off.
Nope.
It's a bathhouse. You're not allowed in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were-
Are you okay? Very well. Apparently, Takeshi has modesty. Takeshi takes modesty issues and is asked to wait outside. But Kaito and Kanbei, you are naked and you have your little bucket with your soap and your like scrubbing brushes and stuff like that. All the stuff that you'd have at a Japanese style bathhouse. Actually, do any of you have tattoos? Very important question here. Nope. Kanbei.
No.
Okay.
No,
very
he
well.
doesn't have tattoos, but he's got a. He does have like on his shoulder blade. There's a large, like circular burn mark, like that looks very purposeful.
Okay, very well. In which case, yes, you're welcomed into the bathhouse, and you are presented with obviously all the stuff that you need. When you can see Tamaki at the bath, about to drink a shot of sake with a very surprising partner. He is sitting by the Sakura King, the person who is hunting Kaito as well, and kind of in the way of Kanbei, I guess. Like, he's not exactly hunting Kanbei, but like Kanbei, you know that the Sakura King is the one who's orchestrating the transport of the Kirin statue.
Right.
Do
Okay.
you have room for two more?
The Sakura King looks angry,
You are covered, dude.
but is distracted.
He's distracted. Wait. This is all before I took the sip.
This is before the second one, yeah.
Okay. As he's kind of looked away, just
Very well. You don't need to make a check this time, as they have opted for like again the distraction type thing. He kind of nods and gestures. There are a couple of different watering, like kind of little like baths, as it were, in this area. And so he does invite you. There is room in the one that they're in for you guys to sit down as well.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
I'll place myself next to. Actually, no. I'll place myself across from Tamaki, and I was like,
Mhm.
are one of you the people that we're here to meet?
I looked to the Sakura King like
They, I'm afraid not, friends. This is well, no, he actually changed it. He says no, I'm afraid not. Who are you looking for, Mr.
Enkai, Enkai Tanaka.
Enkai Tanaka? Well, Enkai Tanaka-san, I'm afraid we are not the people you seek.
Do you mind if we wait here and refresh ourselves for them to come?
Please, by all means.
I just look at Kaito and I just sit like with the help look. Just like help.
Oh yeah, we know that we have no idea that you're in danger at all, like in any sense of the word.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we don't know that.
It's because she's still outside, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All
is
right.
There, is there windows?
Doing stuff. Sorry, I'm just looking for some stuff.
Probably
Okay.
not in the windows.
Are there windows? There is a wall that because it's an outside, it's an open air hot spring bath. So to give you guys an idea of what it is the bathhouse itself has like a large bath, which is where you guys are all in, two smaller baths, one that's actually got very very cold water in it, and several rows with drains that kind of lead down to the bottom, and several buckets there. This is kind of where you'd soap up and lather, etc., and wash yourselves off. Surrounding this whole place is a wall of very tightly knit bamboo that rises upwards, and it's about maybe let's say 15 foot tall, as it were. It's like just to kind of stop people from like looking in and looking over. That is what you can see from the outside.
Okay.
I
try
will.
to. Sorry, you go.
No. You had it, man. You had it. Go.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find their voices from the other side of the wall.
It is not hard for you to do so.
Okay, and I'm just gonna, wait there until there's, I hear trouble. If trouble happens,
All right, very well.
Kambe, man, how many exits are there into this place?
If you don't include climbing out over the top of the wall, just the one.
Just the one, and it is essentially Tamaki sort of as far away from the exit as possible.
Yes.
That makes sense.
All right. But is the Sakura King between Tamaki and us, or is he like next to him?
He is next to Tamaki.
Okay. All right. So see how far this stuff gets. Yeah. So Kambe gets near the edge of the like pool bath that everybody gets down into, and he sort of like puts one foot in, and he pulls his foot back, and he's like, "Oh man, totally forgot that less than an hour ago," and he like slaps his belly. He's like, "I just had these most amazing noodles, and I don't know about you, but my mom always told me that you have to wait a full hour before you get in the water. But guess what helps?" And like makes eye contact with Sakura King when he says, "Guess what helps?"
The Sakura King raises an
Come
eyebrow.
on, guess, man.
He sort of smiles and floats over the bottle of sake he's got.
Nah, well, maybe later, but no,
He says-
stretching, man. Stretching helps move the food. And what Kambe does is he starts and like full on everything
On
out,
display,
like,
yeah.
like an old man in the gym locker room.
Where they want you to
And
see
he
everything.
starts like he starts doing like Tai Chi stretches and verbalizing things as he does it. And disguised in the somatic and verbals of his Tai Chi, I cast
Oh,
You think about what you've done on the Sakura King.
no.
Ooh, okay. All right.
So we'll see.
All right, hold on. Give me 2 seconds to just get the Sakura King into
Yeah,
the.
give me a little token to throw him on.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I don't have a bathhouse map. Again, I wasn't exactly expecting this to be the scene for our final battle.
What a
That's fair.
cool location though for a fight like this, you know?
Okay. Bear with me. I just need to.
Battle at the onsen.
We had 2 final battles in the span of a month. One in Strahd and one here.
That's very true. I mean, this wasn't. Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
I caused them both.
All right. Bear with me. Sorry. Talk among yourselves for a second. Takeshi, what are you doing as you're doing stuff?
I'm gonna look around and see if nobody's watching, and I'm gonna try to climb up on top of this wall.
All right. Do you have a climb speed?
Do I have a climb speed? I don't.
All right. Not a problem. In which case, make a climb check or an athletics check.
Athletics check. Okay. Man, it can't be acrobatics.
Nope. Athletics.
Man. Okay.
Oh, yep, not bad. All right, you do indeed climb up, and as you do so, you can see over the at what is a sight of abject disgust. But I'm not here to body shame. As Kambe is currently doing downward dog in your direction. Yep.
Tree pose.
Yeah, tree pose as you cop an eyeful. You can also see that the Sakura King is here as well, and he's sitting in the water. Again, not overly impressed at the sight of what he's witnessing. All right, Kaito, you said you were going to sit next to across from Tamaki. Are you conversing with him at all?
Yeah, I'll try to be talking to him or even the Sakura King, as in casual conversation as if I don't know who they are.
Sure.
Hey, what brings you here? Whatever. Typical. We're having a bath together. Let's not be awkward and let's have small talk. Sure.
Not a problem. And Tamaki, what's your reaction to that?
I'm traveling city to city, catching the news.
All right.
And I've never seen someone that looked quite like you before either, Mr. I don't think I caught your name.
His attention is drawn to the dwarf.
He says, well, "This is the Sakura King," is what he called his name.
All right, almost
royalty.
done. Sorry, I just had
His
to.
name is Ankbayara. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
All right.
That's impressive. I didn't think that there'd be royalty in Samkulan.
All right, and last but not least, done. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, it is now in the combat tracker. Ignore the rhinoceros. All right, there we go, and I am now putting that on here.
That's what they say about Kambe.
All right, there we go. You guys should be able.
That took a second.
All right, you guys should be able to drop stuff onto that character in the map now.
Okay.
All right, so
I do not have the map on mine, Michael. I'm sorry. I
That's
think
okay.
I might have closed it when it wasn't loading.
nope, there you go.
Wow, he's that big. Oh, jeez.
Oh, crap.
Oh God, does he go?
Ah, there he is. Fantastic.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you are
Well, I
attempting
got
to
that.
use use your spell, so drop it onto him there. He succeeds his fort save.
Oh man.
Can I use my? Let me use my hero point on this one.
Okay. Yep.
Oh,
I
wait,
got.
you-
No, I got no problem with that for this, but I'm going to point out that he rolled a 4 and still succeeded.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did.
I
I thought this 4 was what I rolled for a second.
No. He rolled a 4 on his fort save.
Well,
Oh my!
he's just a crit.
I
He's just a
will
crit fail then,
Let
right?
that
I mean,
pass.
Okay, good. All right. At this point in time, he says, well, because he hasn't, I'm saying he's not going to notice Takeshi, because Kanbei, your distraction is just on point. But he will say that, Tamaki-san, why don't we get out and I can wash your back?
Okay.
He,
Alright, guys, get out of the.
all right. He moves over to the large drain in the floor.
Oh no!
He
Oh my god!
takes a bucket of water, and as he as he pulls out a chair for Tamaki to sit on, Kaito he's kind of like ignoring your conversation. Takeshi hasn't noticed you. Kanbei, he's kind of walked past you now, so he's like more in the center of the room here. Tamaki, you're not resisting. You're just in the chair.
I mean, I feel like I might have a gentler touch. No offense, Mr. King, but like
Everybody's touching
you
Tamaki.
seem a lot bigger.
He looks at you and he seems a little bit angry. He says, "Did you just say that I'm too clumsy? Too large? Too meat-handed?"
Oh, not at all. I mean, I would never insult you. I mean, you are royalty, as your associate pointed out. But, I mean, like, to get into the more subtle crevices, you might need,
Why would you say
smaller
crevices?
digits. I don't know. I'm talking out of my butt. I'm not right now.
All right. So he is going.
Bros.
He is going to. He's going to kick something off. He is going to kick something off here on his end of things. He looks in your general direction, and casts Phantasmal Kill. No, he doesn't test. He doesn't cast Phantasmal Kill. I'm sorry.
Instant death.
All right. Here we go. This is okay. I need you to make me a will save.
Gosh.
My best save.
Then you better
There we go.
make it. Yeah!
Nice.
Well, with that roll, it might be my best save.
Very nice. First of all, you heal. You gained 39 temporary hit points.
Damn.
And you feel incredibly relaxed as this perfume just sort of wafts in your general directions. You believe that if you were any more relaxed, you might have fallen asleep just then.
Whoa.
But you seem a lot. Yeah, it seems for you. It seems rather difficult for you to kind of get riled up. Like you just feel awesome right now.
Ooh, you've got some good aromatherapy. I like whatever oils you're using.
He says, "I made them myself with these thick hands."
I
As
like that I kind of wounded his pride.
he sits he basically sits Tamaki down at this point and reaches into the bucket, the same bucket that you guys all have, and he has a scrubbing brush He begins to lather up soap and scrub Tamaki's back. I love how.
Okay.
I love it's like oh my god! At any point in time, this can go from 0 to 11.
Yeah.
I'm just expecting like there to be like a
Kanbei.
razor in the brush or something like that, or something.
Yeah. Kanbei makes his way over,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of like he, Jesus, this is so stupid. He plops down. He plops down real hard on the bench next to Tamaki. He's like, "Man, you got this little guy here. Look at how scrawny he is. Now I got some knots that you can work on in that back right there." And I like naked hip check Tamaki out of the way
Just fall over. Oh.
to put myself like in position in front of Sakura King.
All right, let's make this a sleight of hand check. So
Sure.
I believe you can use thievery.
Okay. And then I guess depending on how this goes, I also would like to then do something else. But
Oh,
we'll do
no.
this first.
The worst part is all my stuff is in the other room.
I think the worst
Thievery
part
is
is that right now the Sakura King's just annoyed that his bath is getting interrupted. It has nothing to do with like.
Whoa.
All right,
Hey, our
18.
cover hasn't been
Yeah.
blown yet, though.
Yeah,
so that's the thing.
easy. So with a subtle hip swap, you manage to knock Tamaki off to the side, as the Sakura King, sort of seems to be again like quite angry now at Kanbei, and says, Do the clients of this facility know no bounds as to the rudeness that they exhibit to guests? He stands up like at full height. Takeshi, you kind of narrowly avoid some of the tree branches that are erupting from his shoulders. What do you do as he stands?
I'm still waiting. Like I'm watching this scene happen, and I don't really know what's happening, but for some reason I feel like I need to like. I'm kind of giggling inside, just a little bit.
All right. Well, at this point, he is going to cast one final spell. As he sort of shakes his branches, I need everyone to make me a will save, please.
Ooh.
Oh, another one. Oh gosh. Oh wow. Apparently, the things that I'm worst at, I'm good at, and the things that I'm good at, I'm bad at.
Apparently.
Oh, 20?
No, that's not it. Where?
Takeshi and
Yeah.
Kanbei.
I think I exited out of my
Yep.
thing.
That's
How do
okay. I can just roll it for you for the time being, if that's all right.
Sure.
All right.
Okay,
That
I am-
is- Oof. Sorry. 17.
So as mine starts to go off, not Takeshi, Kanbei does fire off one of his focused spells. Let me try that, which I can roll a performance check, and everybody on my team can use whatever's better, their save or my performance check.
Ooh. Okay. Roll your performance check.
So here's the performance. Oh man, that wasn't great. But so there's the 19. and then what am I rolling?
What are you rolling? Will save.
And then my will save. Okay. And the performance of this is that he just starts rattling off about a really great early bird special that he got
I love
in
how
another city.
I love how like doddering and old he's slowly getting like more and more as we guys go on.
He's a dad, so I mean,
I mean, that might actually help Takeshi out by 2 points.
All right, it will help Takeshi out by 2 points. Okay, so as this happens, the area around you begins to swirl and disappear as sakura blossoms fall from the sky. As this happens, you are no longer in the bathhouse. Instead, finding yourself on a street surrounded by sakura blossoms.
Yeah.
are we still naked?
Yes. No, actually.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, you are. You guys are still naked.
no. I still.
With the exception of Takeshi. The Sakura King. Okay, so this is a hallucinatory terrain. So you guys know that this is a hallucination, as it were. You are
Oh,
aware that
okay,
it's
good.
not real. You haven't been teleported or anything like that. But he basically says, as he sort of stands to his. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have a giggle at it. As he stands erect, he kind of cracks his knuckles and says, you know, someone needs to. It appears as though someone needs to teach you proper bathhouse etiquette. And that is where we're gonna end today's session.
Ah,
All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for today's game. Thank you to, of course, my wonderful Patreons. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. I know it kind of took a very strong right turn at some point. But I loved so many of these interactions. Like I loved the interaction at the soup kitchen. And I love the little the little like kind of quiet moment with what's it called, with Tamaki and the Sakura King, like, you know, the it's like, oh, sucks being a middle child, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So that was very cute and very cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again to our sponsors for the stream, which of course are none other than you guys, as well as these wonderful people: Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, Sirenscape for the wonderful sounds, and Hero Forge for the artworks that you can see, including of course our beloved Sakura King, who is, there he is, boom.
boom.
All right. Coolios. In the meantime, however, guys, please be sure to go and check out Roll for Initiative. It is a wonderful, wonderful program put on by our dear friend Ryan and, of course, the lovely Dawn. And, of course, as well as Rock Protector's Twitch channel and Emergent Diversion's Twitch channel, where you'll find both Neil and Sean over there as well. We are going to go and pass on our raid now. Where are we going to go, guys? We are going to go to... let's see.
Oh, hey, Michael, real quick.
Yeah.
I gotta point out that Sam in the soup kitchen lied to us because he said that he was a hostel owner, and I thought he was a really nice guy.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll give that one.
He could. Oh,
I've been sitting on that ever since.
yeah.
All right, guys. With that, we have no better place to go than of course my dear friend from Japan, Phoenix Iwaki. Dear, wonderful and amazing friend of ours. So do send him all the love. Their anniversary is coming up, so do be sure to send them all of the well wishes from, of course, the Dead Aussie Gamer community. Thank you to you guys for joining us this morning. We hope that you are well. We hope that you stay well. Until we meet again, as always, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Hopefully we won't die.